Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormy B-Man, and I am live and on the move. Shout out to my brother, Junior the Truth. Yeah, it's Thursday, y'all, and we're getting started. We just getting going for another day, getting ready to be Friday all over again. We got a big weekend of boxing coming up. A pay-per-view Amazon Prime card featuring Sebastian Fundora taking on Keith Thurman. And then we also have the Magnificent Seven fight card from the UK, where heavyweight hopeful Moses Atoma is taking on Jermaine Franklin, man. Yeah, we got a lot going on this weekend, and I'm just glad to be getting closer to the day of so we could watch some great boxing, man. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. You woke up in your right frame of mind, and we got to get through this thing, man. We got to get through it. What's good? I see you guys coming in. We got Stephen L. My brother is out there first coming in. Dale Riv is out there as well. Man, you guys got early hours like I got. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to know that I ain't out here by myself, man. It's good to know that I'm, I got some support. Yeah. So, who else we got? Benjamin Harrington is out there. Gio James, Khalil, what's good? Jose Diaz, I know you be up there early too, Jose. You be kind of creeping and lurking, I know. What's good, you guys? Hey, man, a PSA for you guys. All of my lives, except for these on the moves, are going to be over on Rumble now. Rumble is where I will be going live. I'm not going live on YouTube no more. They disrespect me. They disrespect what I represent. They disrespect the LDBC. And I do believe they have an agenda against the LDBC, which is why my channel growth has been stunted. We have had witnessed accounts of that being factual. So don't take it personal. Just come on over to Rumble to show that love and support over there. Do you know I'm getting hundreds and hundreds of views on my content over at Rumble, where YouTube is showing me less than 100, only for certain videos. And I know people know who I am, and I know people know what I do, but they stunt and fiddle with the numbers. But on Rumble, ever since I've been uploading my content over there, it's wide open. And that's not just my followers and supporters, but that's in general. So you can't tell me for a channel, and I've stated this in the past, that has almost 2 million views to it, only 6,000 subs. And I go live on the regular. I produce content daily. I'm always doing fight breakdowns and whatnot, So I can see what they're doing to me. And people will do what you allow them to do. So I'm making that move over there. My premieres and videos can still be, and I say can still be on YouTube, but I now have the option of uploading everything on Rumble as well. Listen, man, I want to say this. And salute and shout out to the brother Greg Hackett. He got his channel back, his full monetization, his subscribers, everything intact. Greg had the fortune of having connections and people who stood up and vouched for him for the wrongdoing of what they did with taking his channel down and blocking his IP, so he couldn't do a second channel. Now the interesting thing, and my brother Drew Titan spoke about this yesterday, blocking the IP is something that YouTube has not wanted to do, even though we've asked them. So we get all these trolls and everything coming around the channels and our lives and everything, creating chaos, when we're just trying to simply speak on the subjects regarding our content. But this is also how we know it's an inside job, because YouTube won't block the trolling, because YouTube participates in the trolling. They got people behind the scenes that are abusing, and I've spoken on this before, they're abusing their authoritative power, and they're out there causing troubles to our lives because they don't support what we do. If you're being ignorant and belligerent and overall operating in bad taste, they got you. They down with you. If you're doing beefing back and forth, they with you. They want that. They don't want progressive people. They don't want people who can uplift and make people think for themselves independently. There is an agenda across this nation where you got people behaving like that, and they want to put that to the forefront because they want people to think with a low level of intellect. Yeah. But hey, to each their own. If that's what you want to do and who you want to be, that's fine. But I don't participate in that. You know? Yeah, Jose, you know, I'm aware, totally aware of what they've been doing. And it's not just me, it's others as well. But I will say this. If you go over to Rumble, when I do my lives going forward, you'll see that the picture is clear, the audio is sharper, and the overall experience is more engaging. I know what they're trying to do, but like I said, I refuse to participate. But the brother Greg Hackett, he has the fortune of being able to have contacts with various people who are in a position to pull some strings. See, we all don't have that luxury, but it's another reason why I said that we should stand in unison when someone's being wronged. And in the instance of he being wronged, I spoke about it. Some of the other brothers in the community spoke about it. I know the queens of boxing talk, they spoke about it, had him on their air. And see, within hours of that being exposed and exploited, you know, justice was served for him. But what about some of us others where we're on the receiving end of injustices all the time? Now, see, what should also be taken to task is who did that. And they should be made to face the nation. They should be made to show their face to the nation, and they should be exposed for executing those abusive authoritative powers that I speak of. See, because they weren't acting and representing YouTube when they did that. They were acting on their own accord. And if you act on your own accord in regards to being like that, you can't be trusted. You cannot be trusted. And that's something that Google and YouTube need to look at, because they're going to be losing a lot of money just because someone is biased. That entity of Miguel that Drew Titan talks about, it's real. It's about as real as it can get. This entire experience has been harrowing. It's like, why? You got people sitting up monitoring us. Is it because it's a positive group of black supporters out here doing their thing, not worried or concerned about other people, just going about our lives, and then here they come messing with us? You see, when 78 created the LDBC, it was supposed to be a network and platform of people who have been ostracized, people who have been profiled and railed against, a safe haven for them to go and talk the sport, give their views and everything in support of the sport. But here come these folks over there following you over there. Why do they do that? Why? Just stay in your lane. Be who you are, where you are. It lets you know how ignorant these folks are doing that kind of stuff. I can remember being youthful myself as a kid. Children play. But there's always a child who will try to start some mess. You could be playing. I don't care if you got little games that you're doing or whatever. There's someone who want to stand up and be the boss over everybody and take stuff from other people and push them around and stuff like that. And it's like, boy, what you doing? Sit your butt down somewhere. Or girl, stop messing with them. You know? That happens as early as toddlers. And that's our society. And if you think about it, those people become adults. They don't just stop, oh, I used to be a bad kid, you know. No, they continue as adults being bad people. I don't understand for the life of me why someone would just sit out knowing what we're doing, like me doing this live this morning. You'll tune in to see what I'm talking about. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. However, if you like what I'm talking about, you won't even hit the like button. You won't even share the content. You won't leave encouraging words of support. Why are you there? If you don't like the content, if you don't like what's being spoken about, if you don't like me looking at my face, well, you know, why are you there? I don't go anywhere I don't like or don't want to be, can't be respected, can't be supported. That's freaking dumb. And guys, we see this stuff all the time, in all walks of life too. So Greg gets his channel back. He uploads it live. He speaks on the situation. He thanks those who supported him through his, trials. But a movement should start from this. A real movement. Angled toward getting after those people who did that to him and who are continuing to do it to us. Because it's an ongoing process. Ongoing. It's not over. Because whoever did that to him, and then they had to turn around and give him his platform back, they're going to do it to someone else. Because they mad now. Did the person get fired? I bet you they didn't. Did they get put on blast? Hell no, they didn't. And all we need is to start pushing for those very things, for them to be held accountable, for them to have their positions taken away from them, and overall to make them explain themselves. Why did you do this? The man, I heard his live stream. All he was doing was talking about a few of the fighters who are not stepping up to the plate. No more than any of us have said with how we conduct with the LDBC. But there's a serious issue that you could come along and just take someone off the air, take away their IP, because you don't like what they're talking about. Foolishness. Yeah. Agenda-based. But they're not out here trying to make the world a better place. They're not out here trying to make a difference in the positive. They're trying for world domination and supremacy. There's billions of people in this world. You're not going to dominate anyone. And it's a weak person that thinks that they can have dominion over others when a person can be independent of mind and independent of thought, independent of action, independent of speak. You deserve your right in all of that. The one thing you don't deserve to do is to take from someone else's what they've accrued, what they have grown, what they have brought forth. That's criminal. And what they did to Greg was criminal. What they're doing to me is criminal. Criminal. You see, all criminals don't wear a ski mask and be dressed in dark colors and climbing through windows and brandishing weapons and all of that. No. Perception over reality. The perception gives you an image. The reality means it can come from anywhere. Anyone has the potential to be a criminal. Yeah. Drew Titan did a stream yesterday. I don't even remember what time he did it. I never got a notification, and I do collabs with him. And typically he's on my radar. He, BF, and 78. I get the notifications from them more than anyone. And of course, Junior. I'm sorry, Junior the Truth. However, yesterday I got nothing on that. And he was on for about an hour. Then he put a message out to us that he did the live, and he took a screenshot of the fact that YouTube took that live and put it into the system as having been uploaded 3 months ago. 3 months ago, you guys. He did the live yesterday. He screenshotted it. That's why I didn't see it, because that same person who was messing with Greg, or that entity that allowed what happened to Greg to happen, this is what happened. I told you they were mad. They were going to be mad. They were going to enact. 3 months ago, the man did the live sometime yesterday. I don't even know what time he was on, because I never got a notice or anything. There's never, even if I'm scrolling, there was never anything in my feed that said he was live or anything. What the hell is that, people? Queen 71, good morning to you. What the hell is that? It's like, and then they put it into the system as having been uploaded 3 months ago. And he had Greg Hackett's name in the title, which everyone knows that's a hot subject right now, right? And Greg had his channel taken down, what was that, just days ago? That might have been Thursday or Wednesday of last week. So how could that subject be for 3 months ago when it just happened a week ago? You see what I'm saying? Unbelievable. But this is showing you the authoritative power and abuse of it that they have out here. Seriously, think about it. You guys, they don't want to block the IPs of trolls. When we complain about them and everything, we report them and all of this. But then they could take a content creator's channel down due to something that's not even their fault, without any investigation or anything, and then block their IP so they can't create another channel in that very same instance. So you're looking at criminal behavior with Google and YouTube. Whomever's doing this, these are criminals. I don't care about your sexual preference, what gender that you may or may not claim. You're a freaking criminal. Your thoughts are untrustworthy. Your actions are immoral. And you need to be put on blast. People need to see who you are so they can know what you are. Foolishness. I've observed this stuff for a while, and it's not getting better. Inappropriate corn content on his channel, all of that, he didn't provoke that, he didn't invite that, but someone did it. So just as when they read that they could take that down and say, okay, he got this going on over there, why didn't they go to the person that performed it? Because they had a YouTube account, right? And seeing that they could play All Father, why didn't they go and pick up that person's IP and block them for doing what they did? Not Greg, but that person. I'm going to tell you why. Because that person that did that and caused that is an opt. They're either working with and in conjunction with YouTube and Google, or they're just an outright person who works there, who's doing these things because this is what they do when they want to attack certain people. Yeah. Just lawlessly took my monetization. Lawlessly. I've reapplied for it for 3 times, and they've denied it each time. First 2 times I reapplied for it because they said it could take anywhere up to a week to 5 to 7 days for them to review, right? First couple of times I reapplied, they responded within 24 hours, like, no. I'm like, damn, when do you have time to review? The most recent time I reapplied, Adrian Vitt was good. They took all of 5 days this time to make it seem like they might be considering. Nope. And I'm going to tell you something. I went about 9 months before doing that. 9. So I had no violations, no copyright strikes, nothing. Clean as a freaking whistle. Nothing. No. You guys see my content. You see my live streams, my videos. That's someone on the inside saying we ain't gonna let this dude grow because this guy right here, he could be a heavy influencer in a positive way. They don't want that. They want somebody that's gonna be out here talking negative, representing negatively. And that's what they want to promote. Yeah, that's what they want to promote. Yeah. How is that? Many of you are online all the time. You see a lot of shit yourselves. There's somebody out there right now that needs their channel taken down. Somebody out there right now that's doing some bad things on the airwaves and saying bad things and influencing all in the wrong manner. But they still up. There's someone out there right now stealing content, making whole channels off of what other people do, talking about other people. Who am I on here talking about other than the fighters and the content I'm presenting? I'm not going to war with nobody, beefing with no. I just do my thing. I stay in my freaking lane. And the very thing that promoted me to get my monetization has been taken away from me. Taken away. So yesterday it was good, but today it's not. What kind of foolishness is that? But this is what we deal with. It's nothing to be proud of. Holding someone else down, holding someone back. But the establishment has been doing that since time. Since time. I saw a YouTube short that came up a few days ago on my feed. It was a woman expressing her displeasure with Donald Trump. She said that she was so disgusted with him and she voted for him. She can't believe that she voted for him 3 times. And she said she thinks she's an idiot. 3 times? You're not only an idiot. What's the next level past being idiot, you guys? 3 times. You ever been cooking on the stove and a little hot grease splash on you? You say, whoa, shit, that's... You ever been cooking on the stove and hot grease splash on you? And you say, well, damn, that burned. So the next time you be a little cautious, right? But imagine being this woman. You feel that grease on you, like, damn, that burned, but okay, let me keep going. And you get a little more on you. Oh, shit. You know, and you get some more on your 3rd time. Oh, I might have to go to the hospital. What the fuck is wrong with you? I might be an idiot. You think? Shit. It's the world we're living in, man. People are psychotic. Yeah, Jose Diaz, 3 times you out in baseball, right? Imagine them letting you continuing to stand in the batter's box. But this is the world we live in, bro. This is how it's going down. So yeah, this is what it is. This is what we're dealing with. But I'm all behind that. It should be a movement against these abusive people with YouTube and Google. We content creators, we work too hard to have people just up there trying to take us down and everything for their silly reasons. Some of them is like, oh, I just don't like the guy. Well, nobody likes your ass either. That's why you hide. I don't live in the world of feeling like I need to be liked. And I also exist from the vantage point of looking at life like there's someone out there that needs this message. Huh? Because it ain't for everybody, because everybody ain't gonna make it. Huh? Everybody ain't gonna make it. Even a glass has a full line, doesn't it? Can't add anything beyond this point. Yeah. That's what we need to acknowledge. My glasses fill line is far in the distance. I'm not even there yet. Because I got a lot of more if you get up. A lot of more. Some people don't understand how that works. There's a gentleman. He's out there with a channel right now. I'm not going to say his name. But we all know him. And when he started out, he said, you know, I don't know how you guys do it, man. You be on the air and you be doing this and that. He's like, I can't imagine holding the audience attention for a couple of hours and doing this and doing that. And we told him, we said, hey, man, it doesn't happen overnight. But you can do it. It requires work. You have to apply yourself. Right now, he's doing pretty good. His channel has grown. He's doing live streams with panels. He's really doing solid. And there are a couple of other advantages he has that I'm not going to mention. But all it took was for him to put a little effort in, and that became his point of success. We did not lie to him. Not in the least. Yep. Well, check it out. I'm at my destination, you guys. I thank everybody that listened to me. You know, you don't have to, and I understand that. But I come on, I talk a little bit, and today wasn't going to be me talking a lot of boxing because I still got the Friday night chop session to preview the fights and everything for this weekend. But there will be a premiere at 8 a.m. Central Time this morning. Make sure you check it out. So, with that, this is Stormy B-Man, live and on the move. Shout out to the brother Junior the Truth. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Hope you all have a wonderful, prosperous day. Peace to everybody.